bitch!
As soon as I received news of your discoveries, I learned whatever I could of the Alfar Lord, Anru Beeson. He is indeed a powerful man, a member of the Orbacant, or he was, until he proposed using Niskaru in the war. He was laughed off the council, and then vanished, taking some of Rathir's most powerful mages with him. Sir Beeson somehow learned of this forgotten story and the mural depicting it on Eamon's Isle. Devious. Very devious. Beeson was among the powerful of Rathir before the power of Niskaru turned his head. If anyone can complete Farlong's work, it is Beeson. Trapped within a mountain? Can we be certain this isn't merely an old legend? But can we afford to take the chance? The names of those who sit on Rathir's ruling council are beyond secret. However, some old and substantial debts were owed me. What we are, what we once were, does nothing lie still in this world? We have our honor and our swords. Let us cling to that. Yes, I see. It should be in Aegon's tomb. A last pledge shield none below Oathblade are permitted inside our sacred places, but this is easily solved. For your valor and honor, in the name of the First Sworn, I bestow upon you the rank of Oathblade. Take this as a token of the honor. Now, the tomb lies just south of Ulcerund. It opens only with this key. Proceed to Ironfast once you have the hammer. It is a curious fact. For her father, Aegon, Cerwyn built a grave fit for a king, while both she and Aemon, her father's father, vanished into the east and were lost to us. She died by treachery in Cluracon long ago. Cursed rings turned her comrades against her. And with her death, it is said, the age of the First Sworn came to an end. So many mysteries surround the founder of our order. Where he learned the secrets of forging and fighting, how he originally came to the Phalanx, where he went alone in his last days, traveling east beyond Cluracon's eastern mountains. The accounts say it was crafted for Aegon himself. None other has ever wielded it, and I'm not sure any other can. It may be for nothing, but I suppose it is the only hope we have. Ordinarily, the rank is reserved for proven veterans of the field. There is also usually a ceremony, but that will have to wait, I'm afraid. In a narrow pass just south of Ulcerund, into Tyr, the key I gave you unlocks its doors and many of our other monuments and historical places. Once you have the hammer, proceed to meet Gwyn Anway at Ironfast Keep in Menethir. And by the First Sworn, may you know victory. Your duty is clear. Find that hammer and meet Gwyn at Ironfast.
Warsworn.
Every morning, fresh soldiers board warships on the burn. Every night, dead...
Praying in our temple, even a walk in the gardens, does wonders for the troubled soul. Praying in our temple. So many of our young men and women lost to this war. It's a nightmare, it is. My Lady Coriana won't eat. She won't sleep. All on account of a poor, sick Malian. Woe on House Anwan. My poor lady. What grief she's known. Her daughters lost to Cluricon, and her husband to the war before that. Her son Malian is all that's left to her, and the only seed of House Anwan. Oh, my masters aren't like some up spire top. Just one name to our house, thank you very much, and nearly old as Rathir at that. There are but 2 left of Anwan blood. One soon enough if young Master Malian does not mend. Poor boy, he sleeps and tosses and turns. From the things he says under his breath, his dreams must be ghastly things. The healers say bad blood, but my lady swears it's poison. He sleeps and sleeps, but he's never any better. Well, it's hard to say. The healers are no use. You could go to her yourself and ask. No harm in that. You'll find my lady in the house, by poor Malian's side, most likely. The young master's sickness, yes. He's the last one living, what with the others dead in the war. Here, in House Anwan. She spends most of her time by poor young Malian's sickbed. Do help my lady if you can. There's no consoling her. My lady's beside herself.
At your service. Last week, the Wyvern gift girl snuck down to the Seafoam Tavern. Oh, the storm that struck the house when her parents heard tell of it. Last week. My lady will be sore if I'm not swift with my work.
The lady of House Anwan's beside herself over her son. Poor Aunt Faye's almost worse. My lady will be sore if I'm not swift with my work.
Oh, excuse me.
My son Malian is gravely ill. The healers say his blood is diseased, but I am sure it must be poison. If I were younger, I'd go and find the Lepidus myself and prove them wrong. The healers name it as an affliction of the blood, but Anwan blood has bent beneath no malady in generations. No, Malian was poisoned, I am sure. Our line is ancient. However, if my son Malian is not cured, we shall wither, and the weeds of Wyvern gift grasp ever higher. His father died in the Battle of Galliffer Plain, his sisters in Cluricon. He is all I have left, and he is slipping away from me. It was early in the war, and until that time we had known only defeat. The day was won, and my husband lost. The Wyverns were of respected and decent lineage, though their wealth was not great. Then the merchants Gif bought House Wyvern, much to our surprise. They have mixed sea wash with fine wine. Bring my son this wild plant, and I will see you richly rewarded. This I swear. Of course not. But my family legacy says it will, and I have no wish to watch my son die while there is still a chance for hope. There's only one place that I know of, the Acathan wetlands. You must search for it there. You will know Lepidus by the shape of its blue flower. It is an herb with natural properties. It is not strictly alchemy, and it does not cure a poison. However, it can relieve the symptoms for a time. Malian will still need an antidote before he is fully well. The wetlands of Acatha. Find it and bring it to my son with all due haste. Be wary. I have sent servants before you who did not return. See my son brought to health swiftly, and there is gold in it for you.
Oh, goodness. You've spoken with my lady. Oh, if there's anything you can do, it would mean the world.
Nice. Welcome to Rathir.
Go along, neophyte. Don't keep your elders waiting. Before you lies the Scholia Arcana. All are welcome upon our grounds, though we ask you do not disturb the students. Did you know this spire rock was first settled by a hermit mage and his disciples? Only when Jotun marauders threatened the Twilly Bluffs did the rest seek safer refuge here. 600 years of magical scholarship and training, nor did our history prevent us from accepting the younger races. Every mortal who shows promise in the art is welcome among us. Of course, they must pass the trial. We must have standards. The Almain and Varani, of course. It was not so many generations back that only the gnomes and Alfar possessed magic. And still, no one knows what kindled this sleeping talent in their breasts. Go along, neophyte.
Praying in our temple, even a walk in the gardens does wonders.
This here's the Orbicont. This here is the Orbicont.
My lady will be sore if I'm not swift with my work.
City watch. The army keeps law in the burn.
So many of our young men and women lost to this war. Fetch this, clean that, never a moment's rest. The Lady of House Anwan's beside herself over her son. Poor Onfay's almost worse. Never work for House Anwan. May not smile or talk or be seen at the seafoam. Lyria forbid the lady finds you at her wine.
Welcome to Rathir.
Good evening, my lady. Never work for house. The gold old Ebsel gift has spent banqueting would sink a warship. But then we servants got up. Our share of that present.
I am the governess of Miss Wyvern Giff. It is my duty to train my charge in matters of speech and persuasion. I will confess, there are days I yearn for a more eager pupil.
Don't mind me.
It is true, my student tests my powers almost every lesson. A topic that interests you? Would you like to learn some of the art? I am confident a small lesson would be permitted by the house. We are a people of subtle speech and hidden hands. All around us is great beauty, yes, but what does it hide? I do not blame her. Were her parents more persuasive themselves, such willfulness would have been smothered long ago. So long.
Welcome to Rathir, outsider.
Did my parents send you? Are you some sort of new instructor? You're not an instructor? I thought they might have sent another. They've had Majessa here for almost a year now. She does always get me to attend to her lessons somehow, though I'm not sure how she does it. I know what they want. They want to marry me to some snotty, spoiled son of another great house. Then I can become Maywin Wyvern Giff Fiddlestuffs. I suppose it's nice enough, but then I wouldn't know. I have nothing to compare it to. I don't know which is worse, the snotty wyverns or the foolish fawning gifts. What is this? Have my parents seen this? Oh, Lunala's starry smile, yes, yes, and yes! To Chloricon, think of it. They won't like it when they hear, but what can they do? Buy me out of it? No, not this time. Thank you, stranger. Thank you! Imagine, right in the thick of the war, and me with a sylvan spear, facing red-eyed howling Tuatha. And life beyond the spire. Melsenshir, here I come. Melsenshir, here I come. Thank you for my notice.
It is true, my student tests my powers almost every lesson. Farewell.
The army keeps Lord in the burn. Wouldn't want to be caught cutting purses. Welcome to Rathir. Then someone else will have to. Damn fool. Captain Talibor? A slaver and murderer? I don't know what to think anymore. The army keeps Lord in the burn. Wouldn't want to be caught cutting purses there.
The army keeps... Captain Talibor, a slaver and murderer? I don't know what to think anymore.
City Watch, be on your way.
Come, be at ease. Wyvern Gif are not so stiff or haughty as some great houses. She actually seems to believe Rathir should defend itself, and let the rest of the world rot. I'm truly sorry that her son is ill, but would she wish the healers to let him die because they have no Anwan in their blood? There are 10 great houses that flank the spire's rise, and 2 upon its top. One of those is Wyvern Gif. So do not listen to any idle rumors. I bear no one ill will. If some are too haughty to speak with me, the shame is on their own heads. I get so angry when I hear people speak against Rathir's full engagement in the war. It is a disgrace to us all, and before the eyes of our Losafar cousins too. At first I was greatly alarmed at this talk of serving in Cluricon, but then I thought, there are posts that never leave Melson Shear, and the right word in the right place can surely find her just such a position. The great families most of all must show their support for it. Everyone looks to us. I cannot understand Coriana Anwan on this point. I ask you, was there ever any doubt what this Gadflow was, or that he must be torn from his throne? Why let him stand? If it were the custom to take your husband's name, I might have been Tanra Wyvern, and there would have been no sneering whispers. It caused enough of a stir that my husband added his name in front of Gif. Well, I am proud to share it. Come, be at ease. We won't look down on you.
On behalf of myself, my wife and my daughter, I welcome you to the spire top, and all that House Wyvern Gif can offer. I'm the patriarch of the Wyvern Gif Great House. Show the proper respect. You must forgive my lady Tanra if she sometimes speaks out of temper. It's been very hard for her. You see, some of the great houses have been slower to accept her than basic civility demands they should. The Orbokant is our ruling council. Its members are shrouded except the Elund, who speaks for them. You are a student there yourself, are you not? Many of the important and powerful in Rathir have graced those halls. I wish you fortune. Atop the spire you will find the 2 preeminent great houses, Anwan and our own. You will also find the Scholia Arcana, the Orbokant, and the Temple of Lyria. I'm a spiritual man myself and visit the temple gardens daily. The High Priestess offers blessings, counsel, and fate-weaving. It is peculiar, I confess, that we kept my name, but the Wyverns are a very old family, and all agreed it was best if it were joined with Gif. She is being sent to Cluricon. This is preposterous. If my enemies wish to harm me, let them launch subtle machinations against my own person. Farewell. Have you met my lovely wife and daughter? Are you serious? You must have had one too many ales, rat. Stay away from me. Farewell. It's always good to see visitors here at Spire Top. Farewell. You're welcome in our home. We do not stand on ceremony. Are you serious? You must have had one too many ales, rat. Stay away from me. Very good, then.
Come, be at ease. We won't look down on you.
What do you want? I'm beset by petitioners these days. Another advocate for this absurd plan to retake Melsenshire, I take it. Look to Rathir's sister across the strait. Her battered walls, her burned gardens, her back broken from a decade of war. We take in refugees. We send them food that we can spare. We try to ease her pain. But for 10 years I stood here and watched her die slowly. And now you, a stranger, think to convince me to commit the whole of this city to saving her because our army's greatest failure has recovered some old relic? There's nothing I can offer you. Perhaps the refugees can. Some of the soldiers of Melsenshire have been asking to return and fight. Go to the docks, and I'll see that they meet you. It's a fool's dream. But if you're all determined to die, you may at least do so together. They have delved earthward, where we have lifted high. They think no one watches them because they are thus sheltered. The deeper they dig, the higher we will rise. I am the Elund, and I speak with the voice of the Orbakant. Within this city, my word is law. The city of walls is lost to us, and we can afford no more troops for them. Better to muster our forces to counterattack after its fall. Those who watch and govern Rathir, they sit in secret council. Even their names are unknown, and are thus above corruption and idolatry. Only I am known, the Elund, their voice. They rule Rathir, and they do so from behind a veil. I am their face and their voice. Rathir has taken in half of Melsenshire's population as refugees from the war. Orphans fill our poorhouses. They've never seen their parents' city and never will. I realize they long for their home, but they need to accept a painful fact. Rathir is their only home now. Melsenshire is no more. You carry with you Rathir's bravest sons and daughters. Realize that if you fail to liberate that withered wall, you will have doomed our city as well. Do not speak to me of the war. I am the voice of Rathir, not a general or a fate weaver, nor Lyria herself, who alone controls the outcome. Go to the eastern docks in the lower city and find Captain Dodwin. He will oversee your journey to Melsenshire. Go. Save our sister across the sea.
City watch.
Die.
Move along.
Now is not the time for further debate. Go, and prove you are worthy of our trust. Go. Save our sister across the sea, or die.
Citizen.
Sisters and brothers of Lyria, that is how we are called.
The day the gifts wed themselves to House Wyvern. Oh, what a scandal. So many of our young men and women lost to this war.
Do you seek fate weaving? See Priestess Saranan. Sisters and brothers of Lyria, that is how we are called. Sisters and brothers of Lyria, that is how we are called.
You seek fate weaving? See Priestess Saranin.
If you've come seeking prayer and sanctuary, you are welcome here.
brings you to this sacred place? For prayer? For the weaving of your fate? Or for the orison? There is something peculiar about you. The threads are... But you know of this, don't you? Then you are the one. I had heard rumors, but never thought... Well, it is good to meet you. You have drawn Lyria's attention. May I look into your cards? It is said that our goddess is the goddess of magic, but by so being, she is goddess of the heart of things, of mystery, and the true weaver of fate. This temple was founded by Bayala Tirin herself, mother and prophetess of our people. It was High Priestess Tirin who led our people from Glen Sutton. It was she who found Rathir. It was she who sheltered and guided us, who made us who we are. Though few of your kind do, all are welcome to the Orison. Perform 3 tasks of devotion to Lyria, and in exchange, earn her blessing. Sojourn, service, and giving. They wind from outward to inward, and from the depths of our history to this very moment. It is no idle turn of phrase. Though you gave of yourself to earn it, your gain will be greater than the sacrifice. You began when you entered this temple. The first task is the sojourn. Have this. It is an amphora. With it, travel to the 3 springs blessed by Priestess Tirin on her sojourn from the north. Fill the amphora with some of each spring. 1 is just outside Rathir, a 2nd in Lower Galafor, the 3rd is in Snowmelt Pass. Bring the amphora I gave you to each of the 3 sacred springs. They are just north of Rathir, in southern Galafor, and in Snowmelt Pass. When you are done, return to me. When you have filled the amphora and your sojourn is finished, return to the temple. When you are done, return to me.
You won't find any door into the Orbicont. Even that is a mystery.
Welcome to our temple. I am a daughter of Lyria, one of many sons and daughters who have devoted themselves here. My station is to look after the relics sacred to our order. Sadly, many of the relics we once had are now lost. It was long ago. I don't know very much about it. There were the plague times, and then the burning, and then they were over. The 2nd burning came when the Tuatha broke through our defenses. They set our southern keys on fire. I remember it. I watched from here. The Lunar Gardens, or sometimes the Garden of Eternal Night, dedicated to the goddess Lunala. How it works is a mystery. Lunala is goddess of night, the moon, and what is hidden. It is said she is Lyria's handmaiden, or her daughter, or her younger sister. The goddess of magic, fate, mysteries. We believe that order and chaos are how others want the world to be. But Lyria is concerned with what is, and what can truly change it. True wisdom is knowing the one and grasping the other. All are welcome here to pray, to reflect and find peace. If you seek fate weaving or the orison, you should speak with the High Priestess. Lunala is goddess of night, the moon. Priestess Saranin oversees the temple. Though her station is high, she is gracious and open to all who visit. She will weave your fate if you ask, or lead you on the sacred ritual we call the Orison. You should speak with her if you wish to know more. It has left so many scars on our city, our souls, and the land beyond. Nor has it stopped taking life. When the war first came, we sent one out to every stronghold keep. This served two purposes. It brought faith and strength to our soldiers there, and if Rathir fell, some relics might still remain. We have announced a gold reward for their return, but sadly, none have yet come back to us. Please do. There are at least 6 that I know of, sent to the major strongholds of the plains of Arethel. Bring any you find to me. Lyria rewards those in her favor. The great Alfar strongholds of Arethel are Dolve Arn, Verki, Rithen, Candrian, Dolve Whale, and Corgan Hold. More than one! Oh, truly, Lyria's fortune shines upon you. Take this as a token of her gratitude. They were primarily sent to the strongholds of the plains of Arethel, but any that you find will be gladly welcomed and thanked with gold. Goodbye.